So why is everyone talking about Roblox stock? Well, the company gave an investor update on April 17th, 2023 that surprised and disappointed Roblox stock investors. You could see here on the day of the report, the stock is down 12% as of this recording. Now, some of that is due to the numbers that came out in this update, but some of it is also due to, if I change this tab here to what Roblox has done, Roblox stock for the year, the stock was already up over 50% before today. And so even with this stock price decline of 12% today, Roblox stock is still up a whopping 41% for the year. So some of this 12% decline today is due to the numbers, and some of it, in my opinion, is an adjustment to the enthusiasm over Roblox stock that had been priced in to begin the year. So look at these figures that came out from Roblox Investor Update. Here is that update. It's for Roblox today on April 17th gave us the monthly figures for March, the key metrics. Starting with daily active users they boast 66.2 million. That was up 26% year over year, which is pretty solid, especially if you consider that the company was a pandemic beneficiary, right? If you're spending more time at home, you're going to be logging onto the Roblox app more often. So the fact that it's still adding millions of new users despite the economic reopening is really good news, because remember, a lot of people were afraid that Roblox was going to experience a major decline as soon as economies reopen, but that hasn't been the case. And then hours engaged were 4.8 billion. This was up 26% year over year. Now, if you compute the daily active users with the hours engaged and you divide it, you work it out over monthly, then divide it by daily, you'll see that on average people are spending 2 to 3 hours per day on the Roblox platform, which is pretty strong. If you're looking at daily active usage, a couple of hours per day is pretty strong. The estimated revenue was between 212 and 223 million. This was up 15 to 21% year over year. Again, also very solid. Estimated bookings were between 247 and 255 million. Again, up 23 to 27% year over year. Let me talk a little bit about bookings. The difference between bookings and revenue is interesting for Roblox. So Roblox is free to join and use for the most part, but if you want to experience some of the premium items, some of the premium things you can do on Roblox, you have to buy Robux, which is the in-game currency. When people spend money to buy Robux, Roblox counts that as bookings. And then so let's say you deposit $12 to buy Robux, or no, let's say $24 because that will make it easier. If you deposit $24 to buy Robux, Roblox will then count that as revenue of $1 for every month over the next 24 months. So instead of counting that $24 deposit as revenue instantly, it will count it as just $1 of revenue every month for the next 24. So for that reason, bookings are important because it's like a forward indicator of what revenue is going to look like over the next year or two. So the fact that bookings were up more than revenue is good news, right? That indicates that revenue could be rising. The estimated average booking per daily active users were 373 to 385, which represents a change of -2% to 1%, relatively flat. This figure has been improving throughout the year. It used to be more negative, and in fact, that's what I'm going to talk about next. I'm going to compare the March figures with the February figures and highlight a couple of things here, okay? So, these figures, looking at them by themselves, they look pretty good. They look really good. They don't warrant a stock price decline of 12%. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now. However, what does arguably warrant a stock price decline is if you compare the March figure with the February figure, and especially with the first metric, the daily active users. So keep in mind here, in March, Roblox had 66.2 million daily active users. Let me toggle to the February figures. In February, Roblox had 67.3 million daily active users. So between February and March, Roblox lost 1.1 million daily active users. They lost 1.1 million. So that could by itself warrant a stock price decline because investors do not like to see decreases, especially in a stock like Roblox that has a significantly growth dependent valuation. So if this company is not going to be growing robustly, it does not deserve the valuation that it has right now. Its valuation is centered upon the fact that this company is growing and growing robustly. So if you're going to have this 1.1 million user decline, that puts a wrench in that growth story. Although this isn't the first time Roblox has experienced a month-over-month decrease in daily active users, nevertheless, it spooks investors and it causes a sell-off in the stock price. Other than that, all of the other metrics improved month over month. You look at the ABPDAU. In February, it was a decline of 2 to 4%. That improved between a decline of 2 and a gain of 1%. So that was an improvement. If you look at the hours engaged in February, it was 4.6 billion. If you look at March, it was 4.8 billion. If you look at revenue, it increased 21% in February. In March, it increased 18%. So that was one area that also you can point to as a reason for the stock price decline because it wasn't as strong as in February. And then let's look at estimated bookings, which was up 25% in March. It was up only 18.5% in February. So in most of the metrics, except daily active users and revenue, Roblox improved, but just those two metrics alone to have a decrease there was enough apparently to send the stock price down by 12% on the day of this recording. So I hope that shed some light on why everyone was talking about Roblox today, April 17th. It was because of this update and the implications for the valuation, and investors were adjusting their growth valuation for this impressive growth stock. All right, so thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate your viewership, and I hope I will see you again next time.